Hi guys, welcome back to the Crafty Home. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tanya. Today I am going to show you how I'm going to label some containers in my office. I have been wanting to do this for a long time and I've actually had the stuff to do it for a while. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So today I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you what products I got and how I'm going to attach them and how I'm going to make all of my office bins look organized and put together. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is what we are working with. These bins that I have are from the Dollar Tree. They are 12 by 12, just the little fabric bins that are collapsible. So these cost $1. And then I have these little, they're metal frame label holders. And these normally would go, I guess you'd put them on a card file or something of that nature. But they come with these little screws. I got these off of Amazon. It's like $10 for 26 of these. So essentially 26 cents each. And then I also picked up this container of paper brads. And I'll show you how I'm going to use these when we start. But this is how I'm going to attach the frames to the fabric bins. And I also picked those up on Amazon. I will link everything that I used in the description box below. I'm just gonna go about 2 inches up and I'm kind of estimating where I want it, but basically I want it in the center of this handle and then the bottom. And I'm just gonna hold that like this. I have this, it's a seam ripper for sewing, and I'm gonna use this to cut a little hole in the bin where I'm gonna place the brad. So I'm just going to poke that through, and I'm gonna take my brad and push it through where I just poked that. And then on the inside, I'm just gonna separate the backs. So if you've never used a brad before, one side is actually longer than the other. See if you can see that. So you take and you bend one direction and one the other direction. So that's actually what I'm doing at the back of the bin. So I'm gonna do that again. Poke it through. Take my brad. And then separate that. So as you can see, that's the inside of the bin and the way the brads are spread out. So that's the label attached. Okay guys, so I have all of these bins with the little label frames on them now. So I'm gonna move over here. I have this like tower of their ShareAlike containers and I've just stacked one on top of another. And I'm actually going to add the little label frames to this as well. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. So with these ShareAlike containers, because they are plastic, I'm not gonna be able to poke through with the paper brads. So I am actually going to use the screws that come with the little frames. So I'm going to use my drill and I'm using a 1/16 drill bit. And that's because that is a little smaller circumference than these little tiny screws. So I'm actually going to mark off where the holes need to go, and then I'm just going to drill basically a starter hole and then screw all these in on the ShareAlike drawers. all the little frames added to my ShareAlike container. I love the way that looks. Now it's time to make the actual labels that will go in the frames. So I'm gonna do that in a program called Silhouette Studio. I've shared it with you guys on my channel a few times. I'm not gonna really talk about, how I use it, but I'll just show you how I do it. You could do this in something like Word very easily. So it's really just whatever program you have that you could type out a label and cut it to size. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these empty frames and I'm gonna flip it over to the back. And this here is where the label would actually sit. So what I'm gonna do is just measure the actual size that I have to work with. So I have a 2-inch wide area and it looks like 1 1/8 depth. So basically just a little over 1 inch on that. So that is what size I need my labels to be, is around 2 by, I could do 2 by 1 actually, and that's probably what I will do. Okay, so since I know it needs to be 2 by 1, I'm gonna start by making a 2 by 1 square. So that is a 2 by 1 square. And then I'm gonna make as many as I need. I need 28 labels. Okay, next I'm gonna create my labels. So I'm gonna do the text for it. So I have a list here of all 28 bins and what I want them to be labeled. And so I'm just gonna make the text now. Okay guys, here is the finished product. I am so happy about this. It's the smallest, simplest project, but oh my gosh, it makes me so excited. Here's the ShareAlike containers. And then the cool thing is I have extra of these, so I'm thinking that maybe I might end up labeling my cabinet drawers eventually as well. So I will keep you updated if I do that. Okay guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays, so there's always new things to see. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.